Hey everybody, how's it going? How are you? It is Friday, and thus we are here to rank 8-bit Nintendo games. I'm Jeff Gerstmann. This week we've got a fresh batch of releases suggested by you, the viewer. This is all your fault as we work our way through to play and rank every single NES game released in the United States. In the time frame of the original system's run, no weird modern aftermarket or what have you. This is a list that is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We currently have 670 games ranked. Mega Man 2 has been holding on to that top spot for a pretty long time now. Episode 43. That's a while. At the bottom of the list, we have, this is a little bit more recent, Harlem Globetrotters, which is an astounding piece of work. Really, there's some real bangers at the bottom. It's real. These were games that were never good. You know, when I think about the original mission statement here, of like playing these games and trying to figure out like, do these games hold up, or is it just like, are we propelling ourselves forward thinking these games are great because we've convinced ourselves of that, but no one's actually playing, like there's these games were never, these games are not games that like fell off. You're like, oh man, I loved Puzzle when I was a kid. That's got to be a sad state of affairs. If you're the kid who's just like, well, we had Puzzle when I was a kid, and boy, I really loved it. I'm sure there were kids. I'm sure someone probably played the heck out of Puzzle because that's just kind of how it went, right? Like, well, I guess we gotta play what you got, and if you got Puzzle, well, I don't know what you're gonna do. Go outside and play is what you're gonna do. Ride bikes, something, man. If you want to influence the list, if you want to get some games on the list, you can go to jeff.zone right now and investigate your options. If you join the advisory panel, you would be able to, offer your suggestions of games for me, as many folks have today. This first game comes to us from Graz. And let's head over here and get this all set up here. This is a game that I don't know that I've spent. I may have never played this at all, but I know I have not spent significant time with it. It is as we kind of work our way through these games, we are getting to games that had full trilogies on the platform. We're starting to get to in some cases the third or a game in those franchises, and so we're working our way through here, and it is time for. Oh, I guess did Dragon Warrior 4 come out here as well? Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, here's Dragon Warrior 3. Dragon's talking to me. This dragon says Dragon Warrior 3. It's a side-scrolling platformer this time. I see they've gone a slightly different route with it, I guess. No, this is the intro. It appears to be... Man, they're fighting on the rim of a volcano. Hopefully we won't have to watch this whole thing again when we start a new game, but I would not be shocked if the game did that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Whoa! Oh! That wing's still flapping. This is where Tekken got the idea. Man, when you think about the relatively simple and humble origins and humble gameplay stylings of Dragon Warrior 1 and 2, even just having that intro is pretty crazy. I mean, what's that? It's just it's Hero. Just gonna name this character Hero and move on. Sure. Let's get faster messages, but not all the way fast. Okay. Name this kid Hero. No pressure. Okay. I'm no longer in control. Okay, it will not let me press in any other direction. My princess! My princess! Bunch of doors. That sounds like a good idea. Please make peace to the world quickly. Why you guys are really laying some heavy stuff on me. Like, you only have an audience with the king during the day. What's up? It's best to go to Luis's place at the west edge of town and find some companions. Son of the brave Ortega. I remember that. It should be the Archfiend Baramos. Okay. Seek companions at the local eatery and start your quest. Let's go to the local eatery. My mom didn't wait for me. I'm your grandfather, by the way. That's a real roundabout way of me saying so, but... Okay. Yeah, I was exhausted after walking for a minute to see the king, so I'm glad we were able to rest. So it's just we're in the game now. There's no, like, I thought maybe, like, oh, go home and, maybe my mom will have something else to say. Or I guess, do we want to stay in town here? Is this technically the west edge of town? Guess not. You best take a soldier, a pilgrim, and a wizard. Y'all got any pilgrims? Another world. Let's take Brindar. No, I said no. I said no, you don't need to record. All right. Yeah, okay. Wizard and a pilgrim. This is what we're looking for. Yeah. Oh, come on. We got people following us around. It's like a proper video game in here. Yeah. Sure. This feels like a somewhat convoluted system for creating your own party members. Club. Copper sword. Copper sword, leather armor. Do we have anything? Okay, so individual inventories. Okay. All right, does anybody have a heal spell? Was my question. Asked and answered. Okay, well, okay, now we, north is the village of Reeve. I guess let's try that. Six slimes? It's a lot of slimes. Slime E. Slime D can suck it. Okay. Wouldn't be terrible to have a background graphic here, you know? I feel like the previous games offered that. Okay. Just trying to get this turban. I hear there's a cave in the forest south of this village that connects to the tower of Najima. Yeah. All right, there's an inn. How much does it cost to stay somewhere? Let's find out. We did take a little bit of damage in that fight. I don't know. Wouldst thou bed down within? I'm not looking to bed down right now, sir. Show me thou'st wares. You got a magic knife? Thorn whip. Hate to say it, but it looks like you're a little low on money. The localization, like the kind of flavor of the writing here seems pretty decent. Oh, we can detoxicate. I'm trying to get detoxicated. It's like a Mark Briscoe kind of word. Uncurse and revive. Sure. What are you doing over here? That's right. Well, what was that for, even? Okay, a black raven and a giant anteater. That was the question I was hoping to answer right there, is if I focus on an enemy and that enemy dies, will it waste attacks? And the answer is yes. Like, that's a strategic thing, right? Like, that's, those are decisions, for you to make as a player. I just don't think they're especially interesting or good things to have a player have to contend with. It's like, I don't know, hit the other guy with the sword, it's fine. All hail Brindar. Strength goes up 2 points. The maximum HP 90 goes. It's goes. I'm like looking at that going like, okay, maximum HP went up 9 something. Wait. Goes. It's the word goes. This font is fucking ridiculous. That's the line that I think everyone making a game like this has to ride. And back at this point, I think the whole genre was still new enough. Man, we got a day-night cycle. That's crazy. Well, like, those are the levers that I think modern developers push and pull and figure out in different ways, right? Is, okay, Well, no, I guess no one... Does anyone even do that anymore? Does anyone even do the whole, like, okay, you attacked an enemy that died 3 turns ago, and so you swing at air? Like, that... I feel like that's something that everyone kind of... I can't remember the last time I saw, like, a new game that did that, but I'm not, like, super current on the genre either, so... I mean, it makes the noise. You could always do a thing that's like, oh, you know, you were caught off guard and had to, like, retarget a different enemy, and as a result, you're not as effective, or, you know, like, there's things... Does the inn cost more at night? I know if I were coming up with things you could do with a day-night cycle... Okay. But again, even that might be, like that's some interesting nuance you could put into a game. But I think, these days. Oh, what was there was they said there was a cave south. I probably need to level up some more. A horned rabbit. So we'll put 2 on one and 2 on the other and hope that everyone gets the job done, I guess. Your foes had a treasure chest. I'm glad that it's not, like, what was that, wizardry? That was like, wait, who do you want to open the chest? Do you want them to detect traps on the chest? Like some real D&D ass shit. Hero finds the medical herb. One slime and 7 slimes. Nicely clumsy. This is a lot of slimes. Mateus is dead. We gotta detoxicate. Okay. We're cruising through some levels here at least. I don't know, it feels like these early levels, like we're gaining pretty quickly. Oh, I like that he's a ghost. 1 slime and 1 black raven, please. I bet this is a game that really, I know there's been obviously like multiple remakes of many of these games. Jesus. Okay, this is getting. Should we try to expel? Does expel toxins from our bodies, or does it expel these birds from the fight? Okay, we cast it on them, so great. But what I was saying is I bet a remake, man, encounter rate is really something here, huh? It's 7 slimes. Book it. I love that the guy is still walking with us, but we are now walking with a ghost. Hey, so, this guy is dead? Oh, powers that reside above, I invoke thee. Ah. No, I think that's it. Okay. It'd be nice to know who could equip what, you know, that's... Club and leather armor. Cypress stick. And clothes. And blaze. He wants to blaze the cypress stick. A club and wayfarer's clothes. Can a pilgrim... Can... Alright. Yo, can I put leather armor? Oh, I can't put leather armor on anybody for 93 gold. Okay. Ugh. Does parry actually, I mean, if I'm attacked and I'm parrying, does it actually counter or anything cool like that? Or is it just sort of... Okay. Let's just look and see what's going on in here. If you select parry, then back up and select fight, you get the effects of parry while attacking. Cool. Good. The Wayfarer's Close. Okay. This is... Man. You know what I mean? Okay, that's better. I don't like that. It's that's there's obviously like that's something that like, you know, like we were talking about with everything else. You know, developers nowadays have decades of previous games to think about and figure out like, oh, okay, this is stuff that is not fun for the player to deal with, and so on, and some of them still make the decision to have like character specific inventory, which I've just, it's just a little too much menu management, you know? Smoke them. Yay. Oh, wait, I didn't actually. I'm not stocked up enough to do this, I feel like. But these enemies in the cave are not, you know, they're the same as the enemies above ground, so it's not like I'm fighting like a harder class of stuff. But if this is a cave that leads to that tower, I bet that tower is going to have something in it. Brindar is putting in work. Murdering. Murdering! I should probably... Yeah, yay. Now you have 11 hit points instead of 9. Okay, so that just looped back around. The two of you couldn't even handle the slime, huh? Okay. Hero learns a new spell. You can multi-class in this game, if I remember right, too, right? Like, you can get to a point where you... Okay. Oh, boy. Like, it's a game with a lot, you know? Especially when you think about the previous two games. Which are, like, great in their own right, you know? This is an I'm looking at an equipment chart. Flashy clothes. Poison needle. All right. You know, so I'd say, like, this game still feels formative in a way. Obviously, you know, we're still at a time when some of these decisions are coalescing, and, you know, like these games are learning from each other and doing different stuff. But in a lot of ways, this seems like the game where a lot of this stuff comes together. Of like, okay, let's do a party system. We'll do it like this. Let's do multi-class. We'll do it like this. Let's, you know. This game kind of does feel like it has it all. At least when it comes to, like, the early era, kind of pre-16-bit. I just want to get out of the cave now. Expel the slimes. A tremendous hit. 23 points. Slime A disappears into the light. That's how I want to go someday. I should really heal up. I should really... Okay, let's kill these horned rabbits. Oh, I never did figure out... Oh, you learned to just blaze. So I pick parry, and then I go back, and then I pick fight. That's interesting. So we pick parry, and then we go back. But I can't do that here because the last guy in the stack executes the plan, right? So that's okay. You need to heal hero. Okay, let's get rid of these rabbits. I want to blaze these rabbits. MP is not high enough. We're truly boned. Okay. All right. Okay. That cypress stick is not getting it done. Fuck me. Holy shit, dude. I feel like the encounter rate since we started has been the shits. Hooray. I'm 3 points smarter. Well, I'm glad we explored the cave. We got those Wayfarer's clothes, you know? It's nice. See if we, live to tell the tale. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, some uppers, man. Ah, this is Blaze. All right, let's see if we can limp our way back to town. Surely we can beat 5 slimes. Ugh. Okay. Okay. I assume if they give you a formation option that this matters, right? That it's probably not just cosmetic. What did we want to buy? We were looking to buy leather armor instead of Wayfarer's clothes, but... Well, let me look at my equipment chart here. Just blurry enough that I can't tell. If this can be... There we go. Looks like it can be equipped by a pilgrim. Oh, well... Well, what the heck? Like, I would assume that a copper sword is better than a magic knife. But... well, maybe not. I mean... Let me look at my equipment list one more time here. The old cypress stick. Suitable for wizards. Oh, pardon me. Let's see. So the magic knife is plus 14. The copper sword is plus 12, so that's technically better, but also I could probably put it on this dude, and that would probably be better for me overall. Oh, yeah, better than your club? Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess there's not much. I mean, you know, really the only thing left to do is to, like, probably go through that cave in terms of advancing things, but, so, medical herb, antidote herb, fairy water. I'm going to assume that fairy water restores MP. Fairy water keeps weak encounters away. Man, bummer. So we could really use something for MP. I mean, it's not the antidote herb. That's for if you get poisoned. I assume the wing returns you to town. Which maybe, actually. Would not be the worst thing to have. There are no items for MP? Jeez. Some Persona dungeon-ass fucking shit right here. You're tired. You gotta leave the TV. Alright. Tommy want wingy, all that good stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go back to that cave and just see what happens. Onward. At least I didn't have to bring torches or anything and keep these caves lit. That magic knife is you know, like I'm doing like 10 points of damage there. That's pretty decent on some of these. 5 slimes. My favorite restaurant. It's next to the 4 happiness. Yeah. A new spell. What is it? Heal. That's handy. All right. This is nice. You know, there's little stuff and, you know, there's things that I think, you know, in the decades ahead of this game games started to figure out, you know, what is the concept of quality of life, and what do we actually mean by that, and what do we want games to be and do, and how do we want to spend, when we spend our time with games, how do we spend it wisely, and managing individual character inventory is, for me, on the other side of that line, right? Like, that is not a minutia that, like I gain nothing from that. At least it doesn't have individual money. Or anything, right? Blaze upper. Okay, so I guess we gotta go this way. Which I remember this way just being like a loop. Is this not the cave that leads to the other side? Is there no exit to this cave? I'm just, like, am I in the wrong cave? Manuel has a walkthrough for the first part of the game. I think it's an interesting thing that they did here in the States. I don't, you know, actually, I guess I don't know if the Japanese versions did that too, but it, you know, like Phantasy Star 2 for the Genesis came with a fat fucking book that was basically the entire game. And trying to help players, you know, because it's a new genre and you know, relatively new, especially to console players. There's a level of depth here that you just may not be ready for. And so I think that's kind of an interesting... Well, now it's real. Because Frogor is here. Now it's real, because now Frogor is here. Okay, we got stairs there. Stick that magic knife into that slime. Good Lord. surrounded by a cloud of mirages. I hate it when I'm surrounded by a cloud of mirages. New spell, huh? Ice bolt. Okay, so that goes somewhere. This goes somewhere. Let's check the stairs at least. Right here. Oh, I don't like this. I mean, this is Dragon Warrior, and there's a warrior that fights dragons, and you got big dragon statues. I mean, is this the end of the game? Is this the end of the game? We've reached the end of the game. This is it. It's over. But is this like the first floor of the tower? Can I step outside here? Yeah, okay. Fuck you. Oh! Okay. Again with the cloud of mirages. Yeah, so now we're on our fancy little island. That's kind of cool that you, like, emerge into the basement of the tower and not, like, a cave and then walk to the tower. That somehow, to me, feels, like, advanced over, you know, what some games would do with that sort of concept before this. I am starting to tire of the encounter rate, I would say. But that's, again, yeah, I don't necessarily... I think that's a problem, or that's a decision that was made in a lot of games like this in this era, right? There are a lot of games with really wicked encounter rates. Still being made to this day. Oops. So I guess random encounters have kind of fallen out of favor, right? You don't really see quite as many. But this is, you know, ridiculous. We got Giant Anteater 2 and Giant Anteater 1. We got Black Raven 2. We got all kinds of action here. Let's take out the... well, yeah, sure. You go after that one. You go after the team of them. You check out these Black Ravens. And you cast Ice Bolts also on the Black Ravens. I may have spread the team a little too thin to truly reduce their numbers. Okay, all right, at least we got them out of the way. Maybe could have bought gear for the rest of the party instead of just that magic knife. Could probably be rocking better gear here. But I don't know, you know, like, we're alive. We're doing okay. Alive so far. One more step and now we're dead, but... a tremendous hit. That was tremendous. Hooray. Five more HP. Okay, what do we got over here? Another fight? Oh, hey. Yeah, yes! Fucking, yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Why are you... Did you know that there's a bunch of anteaters and evil frogs outside? You should get that looked at. All right, I'll see you... That's a new level of fuckery right there. Of you don't even take a step. It's annoying that the groups don't merge. Okay, so that just exits the place again? Okay. You take out that moth so that we don't get all illusioned. And the rest of you focus on these rabbits. No problem. All right, nothing there either, but what about down here? Okay. Goodbye, giant anteater, if that is your real name. Let's just keep moving. Like, are there chests and things around there? Oh, okay. We found a chest. Oh, nice leather helmet. Why not? So that's now in Brindar's inventory. So, who doth wanteth the... Should probably put it on this bonehead. Oh, he couldn't wear the leather armor, so maybe... Perhaps, Can thouest weareth. Okay. 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 Okay, nice. Oh, that's. I guess we got some herbs, huh? Did we look this way already? I guess. Oh. Ah. I mean, you know, this trick, this one weird trick, Black Ravens hate it, but this one weird trick you can use to parry and fight is it's a game changer. Ah! Alrighty. Your foes suddenly mount an attack. They got sick of getting parried. Man. Frogor A was not fucking around, man. So that's where I came from, right? Oh, but there's a down here. I think we've seen just about what we need to see here. Ah, a cloud of mirages! There we go. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. A little vitality. A little luck. A whole lot of rooms with nothing in them. There we go. Here's some fog of war, and when you traverse it, guess what? Jack shit in here. Get a load of this guy. Trying to blaze me? Okay. That is, as they say, how we do. Yeah, I remember that. Now we're over here. Now here's 4 more of these fuckos. I'm so confused! Ah! Okay. Smoke them. Aw, come on. A babble? Look at that little babble. Oh, it's a little babble. Oh, look at that little babble. Oh, fight the little babble. Poison? That's probably bad. Do we have any antidotes for that? No? Is this going to be one of those friendly games where the poison just runs out after you take 10 steps? Or are we dead? I mean, if it comes down to it, just wing out of here. Oh, this is good. Speaking of wings. Anyway, Dragon Warrior 3. Hell of a game. Poe. Great. Great. So I can walk off the edge of the tower and just leave that way? That seems convenient, I suppose. There's an edge over here, right? Yeah. Fall damage or no? The word of the day is detoxicate. I like the little "we sucked the poison out of you" song they've got going on. Well, we got a bunch of money, so, you know, can buy some antidotes and take another run at it someday. Wait, how do I... How doth one quit the game? How do I record my adventure? Did it auto-save there? Or do I have to go to the surely you don't have to go to the castle to save. You have to talk to the king to save? That's fucked up. That there's no one in this town. That's this way, right? No. Shit. Yeah, I mean, I could just use a wing to get there quickly, I guess. Man, fuck that up. Alright, alright. I should have spread everybody out there a little better. I probably could have. This probably could have been the final turn. Oh well. Oh, man. The world of Dragon Warrior 1 is such that I feel like getting to save is not usually much of a trek. This just it's the encounter rate, really, the kind of. It's like I just need to stop. Like, that's, again, I think that's one of those convenience things, those like, hey, like, no, video game, you don't understand, I gotta be somewhere. I can't sit here and fucking walk all the way over here and do like 4 more fights or 10 more fights, depending. Before I turn it off. Like, I gotta, no, it's dinner time. I am not allowed to, you think I'm gonna be able to explain to my parents, like, no, I need to be able to do it. And which I had to convince my parents of plenty, but I can just go to this lady, well, let's go to the castle proper, just in case. But the lady at the hero store talks about the Scrolls of Honor as well, so I assume that she can save. Hey. Okay. I surely made a record of it. Well, what about it? Are you about to continue on your journey? No. Good work. Congratulations on saving the game. 2 exclamation points to let you know just how serious this is. Hang on, let me hold in the reset button. That's cool. It's, in a lot of ways, it's a product of its era, but also, like, you see it coming together, right? And I'm someone who really appreciates, on a personal level, Dragon Warrior 1, you know? I think that's a pretty fucking awesome game. And that probably, I feel like that's probably how it happened to me, is that I really liked that game. And I really liked Phantasy Star 2, which is obviously, like different specification of console, all that other stuff. But like, I liked those games a lot, and it left no room for Final Fantasy. Like, I think that, like, when you look at some of the other games that were coming out at the time, you look at like Final Fantasy 1 compared to that, like, barf. Final Fantasy 1. Final Fantasy 2, United States. Hell of a game. But it's still, like as much as I enjoyed that game, and I'm I liked Mystic Quest a lot. Because it was just some breezy fun. It's still, like, as much as I enjoyed those games, like, I didn't really, I don't know, I still, Phantasy Star 2 was the game as far as I'm concerned. Then, now, forever. Final Fantasy 2. I'm sorry, Phantasy Star 2. Ugh. Final Fantasy 2. Oh, the music in Phantasy Star 2 is so good. So good. Anyway. This is a damn good video game. And like I said, you see it all coming together here. We've got Dragon Warrior 1 here at number 77. I mean, if we're just looking for kind of the easy comparison points, I think this is better than 2. Is it better or worse than Dragon Warrior 1? It's sort of a, because again, we're flattening things out here. We're not necessarily taking time into consideration. I like Dragon Warrior 1 because there's an economy to it in a weird way of, like, this is a quaint little adventure. And that's something that you didn't necessarily feel at the time. Like, it didn't feel small when it first came out, but I think when we return to it now, decades later, what the genre has become and the bloat and overblown crazy nature of everything now, like Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior 1, you bring it back to that, you're like, you're the fucking, I'm going to tell you about Erdic, and we're going to get out here and we're going to fucking fight some fucking slimes, man. Now grind. And I think that is really to the game's benefit. It suffers, more so than this game from some of the genre conventions or lack thereof, of like the overblown menu of like, hit this to open a door, hit this to do stairs, hit this to do that. They didn't simplify anything. They didn't go out of their way to go like, hey, how about just an interact button that you can use to take stairs? Or how about when you step on the stairs, it goes up the stairs, which is what this game does. which, yeah, like Ultima kind of does that stuff. And I think a lot of that comes from, you could take that all the way back to text adventures if you really wanted to. The often overwrought nature of like, okay, pick up the bag, open the bag, look in the bag, say remove item from bag. Now in your inventory, you have empty bag and the item that was in the bag. Like Zork fucking loved to do that shit. So, when you think about the verbs and just like how that stuff got collapsed over the, I guess like 10 or 15 years following all of that, like, they figured it out. Especially on a console where you're not going to have a keyboard, or you're not going to have like, on a keyboard, you can be like, push O to open, push P to push. How do you pull? What if I want to pull? L? Because it's got 2 L's in it, and it's near the P, so people will think of that. Does that work? No, because L needs to be for look. So yeah, I don't know, man. We're gonna have to figure it out. What if I double tap P? No? Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of silly games with silly interfaces over the years that lead us to this point. And Dragon Warrior 3, I think you still see some clunky stuff like that. They haven't necessarily streamlined all of it out, but they're starting to, and I think that goes a long way. Forming a party and having that stuff work. I mean, you do still have the individual inventory and what have you. But I think some of that's necessary just because of the way they kind of handle, your party characters in the game. And, you can go make your own and you can and swap them in. Like you do get to mess around with that stuff. And it's better than Dragon Warrior 1. It is absolutely a better game than Dragon Warrior 1. It does, and I wonder, like I imagine that's one of the things that I bet that the various remakes of this game have probably thought about some of that stuff, and maybe they decided like, oh, well, we do need to keep individual inventory because of the nature of how this stuff works or whatever. I don't know how much they streamlined, but it's the sort of thing that I bet the various remakes of Dragon Warrior 3 are probably pretty fucking kick-ass, aren't they? Especially ones that tune the encounter rate down a little bit. Because that's the brutal thing about this game. And again, I think that's something you could throw out at a lot of games of this era, but this is it's a lot. It's a lot. Even for this era, like Dragon Warrior 3, like we saw a lot of fucking fights, which is nice because it made the grinding faster, I suppose. But it just made going anywhere a fucking pain in the ass. Just moving around the world is sort of a hassle. So yeah, it is better than Dragon Warrior 1. I don't think it's necessarily going to shoot up this list like 20, 30 spots or anything, but it's well, let's see. It's better than Panic Restaurant. It's better than Lolo 1 and 2. It's better than Formula 1 Built to Win. Is it better or worse than Star Tropics? That's a weird one. It's that is a weird one. It is a little better. It's better than Star Tropics, but it's no Ninja Gaiden 2. The Dark Sword of Chaos. It's better than Tetris. This is Nintendo's Tetris, not the Tengen Tetris. It is better than Gradius. It's better than Kickmaster. Mighty Bomb Jack's a pretty damn good game. Oh, Mighty Bomb Jack. Now we're talking video games. It's better than Mighty Bomb Jack. It's no Ninja Gaiden 2. It's our new number 60. Okay. What is what episode? No, this is 127. Episode 127. Okay. If I don't write that in there now, everything gets all messed up. Okay. And there you have it. Dragon Warrior 3. Heck of a game. I can only imagine that what we're going to play next is at least as good. Pac Mantis wanted to see this next one. I believe this is an unlicensed video game. Let's see here. The desktop menu for RetroArch still causes the whole thing to crash in the current nightlies, and I'm too lazy to roll back. So I'm selecting things here in this menu, which takes a little bit longer. I do apologize. This is a little something called Tiles of Fate. Relaunch that real quick. Okay, it does not have achievements. The retro achievements check failed. In the Valley of Shi-Ting lies your first challenge. Enter the Golden Palace of Yomupo. The chaotic forces of twisted fate threaten all of China. Go quickly, Grasshopper. Oh, it's... Okay, this is still a demo. Okay, it's Shanghai. Alright. Wait, why were you able to move those two tiles if the sides of them weren't open? What? A decent little intro song, I guess. I don't know. This game is strict about the select button. I can't push up and down here. I can only push select. Okay, that's a small area. Do we need to send food or, you know? So... Oh, okay, so I could have picked all of... Can I pick all of them here and just... No. Oh, okay, it's I pick two and then I push the button and it detonates them both. I see what it is. But there's nothing stopping me from blowing up shit that's just in the middle. Oh, no, there is. Okay. And I guess maybe the fuse has to be able to reach it. Is that the other part of this? Because I can't pull this one and this one, but I can do this one and this one. So it's not quite the same rules as a Shanghai, but it's close. Okay, so we got these fives here. I can't do that because of... So I can't do these fours either. Can we do the threes? Because that's a... Yeah. So that means we can do these. I can can do these because it goes down and around. We found a flag of sorts. Okay, all right, we found a flag. We can do this 4 because of that, and that'll free up these 5s. Gotta hit start for the stage to begin. Very strict. But, like, I can't do these, right? Yeah. Okay. That one made the time stop for a second. So we can do this, right? Yeah. Whoa. It looks like those pickups are just kind of hints, like different types of hints that you can use. That means we can do this, right? Yeah. And so we can do this, which in turn lets us do this. Was that the right move? Did I... Oh, no. Okay, because I can still do that. Okay. We can do this. Okay. As the symbols become slightly more complex, I am finding myself having to stare at it a little longer, which in a game that is timed is less than ideal. Can I do that? Is it? Yeah. This would uncover more pieces than going the other way with it, so we'll do that. No, that one doesn't count. Okay, because it can't. Yeah, alright. But I can do this. And then I can do this. And then I can do this. I should be able to do this. I can do this. The movement on the cursor is not awesome. It's a little like, oh, I gotta hold this a little longer than it seems like I should, and then it moves one too many spaces and that sort of stuff. Can we do that? Yeah. Okay. Oh. This seems fine. So it looks like the lightning bolt lets you match tiles that aren't normally able to be freed, like they're surrounded by other stuff. You can eliminate brick walls with one of the other ones. And the other one shows you a match that can be made from the looks of it. This game kind of didn't need a map and little cutscenes and whatever else, but like, I don't know. It's all right. Okay, so now we got these brick walls. Okay, so we got 1-5 there. We're looking at 3 of the 5s. There's 1-5 here. So let's take that one out. But this is around the corner, so we can't do that, right? Yeah, okay. Like the rules of this are like, I feel like I have a decent grasp on them, but then occasionally I'm like, wait, can I actually do that? No, I can't do that. No, that's not a match. No, that's also not a match, but this is a match. That'll work. Okay. But yeah, when it comes to these brick walls, you kind of just need to make sure that you can dig out the stuff that's kind of behind them. You can tell this is the second stage because it looks like a big number 2. Wait, it's not the second stage? Okay, well, now I'm just confused. Are there like direct? Some of these are. Yeah, I was gonna say some of these are not. They don't need to be exact matches. It's just certain styles of stuff, whatever that is called. Does that count, or is that too many? Yeah. These shapes definitely get more complicated in ways that you certainly have to consider. Like, I'm not gonna be able to take this 4 out for a while, right? Because it's got a so that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes I feel like I've got the rules down, and then I'm like, wait. So let's try this. The lightning bolt looks like it makes it so you can... Wait. Sometimes you have to use one of the forces of fate to clear a board. They are displayed on the right side of the screen. To use them, you must collect their tokens. Select allows you to choose one of the 3 forces of fate, which is what we're doing here, but I'm not sure how to actually use them. Do I need to have all 4 pips filled in before I can use them once? Is that what it is? Oh no, because that one worked. Whatever that... Wait. Yeah, that one worked, so I was able to use the flag, but... Okay. Okay. Time's getting tight because I'm over here screwing around. Those aren't the same at all. All right. Yeah, this one... Okay. Credits. Limited continues. What the fuck are we doing? Laying them all down, man. All right. All right. All right, Tiles of Fate. You know, considering the, I mean, gosh, we were building a list of just unlicensed games that would probably be pretty high. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so there's a Japanese version of this, I guess, or another version of this that has pretty ladies in it. Looks like they stripped that out for the U.S. market. Thankfully. Oh. But that's yeah. I mean, that's a perfectly acceptable game. It controls fine. Like I said, the moving the cursor is occasionally a little funky. where it just it's not as responsive as you feel like it should be, and then it'll move one too many spaces and like little stuff like that. But and the power-ups, I mean, using them is a little awkward as well, but we got it done. I think this game is absolutely fine. I think it's like a decent take on this type of tile matching game. Shanghai for the Lynx is kind of like my high water mark for a lot of that stuff. I think the Lynx version specifically is pretty good. Activision published, like Activision put Shanghai out on like a zillion different consoles. Like they just held the license or whatever. A very different era when we think about what Activision is now. But these rules are not identical to those. It's pretty similar, and that's kind of that's fine. I think this is totally okay. I mean, it's no Dragon Warrior 3. It's Crash and the Boys Street Challenge is a better game. It's no RBI Baseball 2. You'd be better off with a copy of SCAT Special Cybernetic Attack Team. Dragon Spirit The New Legend is a better game. Rescue Rangers 2. That's a better game. You'd be better off with a copy of Iron Tank. It's no Akari Warriors. It's no Russian Attack. You'd be better off with a copy of Solstice, the Quest of the Staff of Deimos. Is Tiles of Fate better or worse than Dino Wars? Destruction of Spondylus. It's a little worse, but like I said, Tiles of Fate is fine, but it's no Town and Country Surf Designs Wood and Water Rage. You'd be better off with a copy of Mylan's Secret Castle. Mylan? It's no Wrath of the Black Manta. You'd be better off with a copy of Danny Sullivan's Indie Heat. It's no Pinball. Dare I say it, Eliminator Boat Duel is a better game. Here at number 311. It's a bit down from there. It's no Captain Skyhawk. Dizzy the Adventurer is a better game. Ninja Kid is better. You'd be better off with a copy of Yo Noid. But it's better than Frankenstein the Monster Returns. It is better than Unlicensed Shinobi. It's better than Greg Norman's Golf Power. Man, Gumshoe. Am I right? Gumshoe. Is it better or worse than Gumshoe? My heart tells me that Gumshoe is the better game. That was one of those heartbreaking games to return to, and like I was like, yeah, hell yeah, Gumshoe, and then we played it, and I was like, oh man, yeah, Gumshoe. Oh, Gumshoe. It's no Silent Service. That's a better game. You'd be better off with a copy of Fester's Quest. It's better than Wario's Woods. It's better than Gumshoe. It's better than Overlord. It's our new number 372. Not bad, Tiles of Fate. Not bad. Okay. And there you have it. Congratulations to the Tiles and to the Fate. All right, Chili Bus suggested this next one. And this seems like it should be fine, right? I mean, Sky Shark from your friends at Taito. Conversion by Software Creations. Oh, wow. I feel like we should start taking bets on what the soundtrack will sound like. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I would have won the bet on this is going to sound like a fucking Commodore game. This is going to sound... Oh, Tim Folt. Yeah, I was going to say, this is going to be arpeggiated in it. It's hot. This is hot. I hope the game is this good. It has to be, right? Okay. Okay. That's the bomb button, in case you wondered. B is for bomb. A is for shooting. Okay, that's just explosions just gonna hang out and glow there forever. Got too locked in on that formation. I just wanted to get some S. Can you blame a guy for wanting a little S in this day and age? Some say I get greedy with the S, with all the S I'm getting, but I'll get a little B from time to time too. Why not? Hey, it's the 80s. Like a good friend of mine says, I just want to have some fun. Oh. I thought I was out of the... Yeah, I really just fucked that up. I need to focus. Man, that's a lot of shots. This is... This game seems somewhat tougher than the average kind of mid, you know, mid-tier shooter here. Especially if you ain't got that S. If you're not stacking up some S, I feel like, you know, everything just takes a few too many shots. Oh, we missed that potential S right there. I don't know how many levels of S you can... Man, that's... There's like kind of a lot happening on screen. It's difficult to get as much S as you want because it's... And that shit, these fuckers... This, you know... Like, it's not like the hardest, like, but it's just, it's willing to do a couple of things. It's willing to put a lot of dudes on screen, and it's willing to let all of those dudes, or a lot of those dudes, shoot at you at the same time. Yeah, there's a, and it puts you in some of the pretty tight areas there where you've got like the squadron like flying around you. You're focused on trying to make that happen. That tank pops out, gives you the business. Also, this is turbo controller. This is turbo button firing. You have to mash that button to keep shooting. Here it is manually firing, which is for some of the like resiliency of some of these enemies. Ah, fuck me, man. Dude, this is... This is certainly tougher than the average shooter on this platform. Like, this is the first 5 minutes of gameplay, and it's just like everything appears on screen, immediately fires. A lot of stuff fires from behind. Which is, you know, for... Oh. Some of the formations, like that last one, did not last on screen for a very long time. Like, it was, if you were not immediately poised to take it out, there's no hope of you picking up that S. Oh, okay. So it doesn't... Okay. So that's the mistake I was making. Is I thought like, oh, it's going to fire in that kind of triple shot pattern and I can just stay off to the side and fit between the two shots. But no, it doesn't. It is still going to aim that middle shot directly at you. Fuck you. This is... Maybe there's a color thing happening here too. The bullet color shifting patterns is maybe also making this harder than it really is, but I am having a fucking hell of a time with this game. That guy, everything moves fast and everything shoots soon. It's really, yeah, man. What the heck, dude? This is... It's no raptor, all right? It's no Tyrion. But you know, it's a good soundtrack. I think this stuff looks good, and again, like they're cramming a lot on screen, which, you know, maybe that explains why the bullets can be pretty flickery, which is not ideal. Got an itch. Oh. Did Double S give us anything good? Or, okay, yeah, it looks like maybe there's more shots coming out. We go from 3 shots to 4 on that one, or... Oh! Okay, good to know that bombs also eat up all the bullets on screen. Hey, we managed to finish the first level. Congratulations. Okay, so this is basically 1942 without rolls. %30 unlock rate for finishing stage 1. Ah, you... yeah, that's... I mean, I fucked up. Dude, I don't have the fire... I guess... Fuck me in the... Okay. All right. Maybe I should just let this guy go, huh? Yeah, it feels like my plane is bigger than it looks. I don't know. Like, so, there's... Could do with some white dots or something in the background here to say, hey, you're over the water. You just get eaten alive. You just get eaten alive out here. Fuck off. Are you kidding me? Like, it really wants to pin you in a corner. It really loves to do it. I just need some S. Ah! A lot of this is on me. Like, I'm not, you know... not necessarily complaining about the difficulty per se, but I am just having a hard time adapting to this. But it does feel like there's something going on hitbox wise. Leave me alone, leave me alone. Stop it. Stop shooting. Dude. It's fucked up out here. Those guys are just gone. Whew. Okay. Man, what the hell? This game is no joke, but I don't necessarily think like it's no joke in a good way. Like there's stuff to like here for sure, but also the difficulty feels like it's coming from a really weird place. Again, like there's... Look at all this! Look at all these bullets! Like everything fires all at once. There's not a lot of like downtime in the levels too. It's like, okay, like there's going to be everything on screen for the next 5 minutes and then you'll land and everything will be fine. This is not a game where they go like, okay, there's going to be a little bit of downtime and then there'll be like a little squadron of guys so you can, you can get a power up and then we'll get back to the action. Like there is nothing for the player. No helping hand. Oh, Jesus. At least the continues don't restart the entire stage. I'll give him that. I guess right there, that was actually like a decent little pause. Hey, hook up a little S. And, like, okay, those turrets take way too many shots to kill when you're not powered up at all, and they just keep firing. Like, they just keep fucking firing. Like, there's no, like, okay, you scrolled past the halfway point of the screen, and now they're gonna just scroll off the screen and not really... Like, they turn around and keep fucking with you. Like, look at that. And they're shooting really frequently. Like, it's a lot, dude. It's That's a lot! Dude, this is... Like, that time I felt like I had to use a bomb just to get the bullets off screen. Because I was in a corner. And then we died 3 seconds later. Man, dude. We made it to 24. Sure. How many levels are in this? Looks like 5. Okay. We need to get more S. It's rough stuff. And the logo looks kind of silly. Sky Shark. It's made out of stone. Wait, what? Not the same logo they used in the arcade version. I don't believe. At least not the logo used in like flyers and art and box and stuff. Yeah, it's tough, man. But I think, you know, some of that toughness is, you know, the way it's designed or all of it. I mean, really, but some of it is, you know, the choices made around how frequently the enemies shoot and how many of them can be shooting at a given time. Like there's a real, like that's humans did that, like on purpose, you would think. There's a deliberate nature to that aspect of the game. The stuff about the hitbox and the way that the shots look and whatever, like that to me, that feels like the area of like, you know, you could improve that aspect of the game. And I think it would level the playing field ever so slightly. But ultimately, you know, like I assume the idea here is that, you know, you learn the game, right? Perhaps a level of, oh my god. And its willingness to just fly all the way down and get you. Like, see, I'm playing it like it's 1942, and that's not going well. Because these fuckers will go anywhere. They will go there. They will get there quickly. But yeah, I think that, you know, if we were talking about like an actual downside to this game, it is like the hitbox and the kind of flickery, weird nature of the enemy shots. Being a concern. But like the movement speed feels good. This is a game I think you really need a turbo controller for this. Like this again, like for how many shots some of these enemies take to take down. I think the lack of rapid fire is I mean, it's something that you would, you know, in modern times, it's something you'd probably flag as a fucking accessibility issue. Right? You'd be like, okay, this is, you're carpal tunneling these people to death. Like, don't do this. It makes you wonder how they played it when they were developing it. Like, internally, do they just have, like, advantages sitting there all the time? Did they just play it with a turbo controller while they were making it? Or were they just like, no, man, we're making a game that 16 Shot will be proud of because he'll be able to hit the fucking fire button fast enough, you know? Or they would, you know, they play them to such a degree that they just got impossibly good at it, right? And thus made it really hard because as they were playing it, they were like, "Yeah, I don't know, man. We can finish it so fast." Good on them, I guess. It's a weird. There's a lot of ups and downs. When we first started playing this, I was like, "Oh, this is actually really, really good. Like, this seems awesome." Yeah, a PAL NTSC issue, sure. Maybe they developed it in PAL, and when you bring this to 60 FPS instead of 50, that extra speed could be a real killer too. But it is very smooth. Like, that's the thing. It is like, it feels really smooth. The soundtrack is pretty awesome. Yeah, you feel like you have a good control over the plane. There is just a, you know, the power-ups, the way that some of those formations are just like on and off the screen super fast. There, I guess maybe there wasn't a PAL release. I mean, you know, this is Taito coming to them to make it, so not necessarily something they made specifically for the European market. I mean, it's Sky Shark. It's an arcade game originally. Yeah. Yes, there was no PAL release. Yeah, so there you go. None of that then. It feels really good at first, and then I think there's a relentlessness to it that I think kind of gets in its own way. And, you know, you're either gonna take to that or you're not, right? You're gonna decide, okay, I want to learn these levels and I'm gonna know exactly where I need to be at any given time. Or you're not. And all of that is exacerbated by like the hitbox stuff. Like it'd be a good, solid, difficult game that you'd be like, I'm gonna bang my head against this and really, you know, try to learn it, try to do this. But there's something about like the deaths feel weird sometimes. You're like, okay. And some of that is just like, hey, an enemy appeared on screen and immediately fired at you and you were right next to where they spawned, and it's just you cannot react to that. Or it'd be a lot to ask of the average player to react to something like that. And so you do have situations like that as well. But I think it's certainly not a bad game. It's just, you know, it feels like something that you could have tuned a little differently. They could have had tighter, better hitboxes. Something that modern, you know, newer shooters would get better and better at, where it's like, actually the hitbox is smaller than the ship because we want you to be able to do crazy stuff. You know, like they definitely thought a lot about that into the 90s and stuff. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. And, you know, the Commodore-esque soundtrack, I think, is a funny, good fit here. It's weird. It's a weird amalgamation of things. It's better than Puss in Boots' Perro's Great Adventure. That much I can say for certain. It's better than Mad Max. It is. It's better than The Karate Kid. It's better than Double Dare. It's better than Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. It's better than Mock Rider. It's better than Castle of Dragon. It's better than MiG-19 Soviet Fighter. It's better than it's better than Pinball. Is it better or worse than Snake's Revenge? That's sort of a weird. Yeah, it's better than Snake's Revenge. It's better than The Hunt for... Yes, it's better than The Hunt for Red October. The Hunt for Red October just kind of has like a little bit more going on, but it also kind of gets in its own way a little bit. It is no Million's Secret Castle. It's better than Danny Sullivan's Indie Heat. It's better than Indie Speed. I'm sorry, High Speed. Indie Speed, that would be. The third High Speed game has you as an Indy car, and the cops are very angry. I would play that pinball machine. It is better than Darkwing Duck. It is better than Battleship. It's better than Nigel. Yeah, it's better than Nigel Mansell's World Championship Racing. It's no Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom. It's our new number 269. That's a neat game. More so than you would certainly think. All right, let's move on to the next game instead of going through the process of pasting the list in and stuff. See if we can fit one more in here before we gotta go. Next up, Umberto wanted to see this one. Is this what I think it is? We'll find out. ST. All right. Oh, boy. Battleship. You know it, you love it. In 1993, it came to the NES. Based on the hit film 1993. That's where they were like, what if we put Battleship on this thing? We got a Kuntz class destroyer. We got a Rim 66. I'm finding this audio. I like to be... Oh, okay, so... Yeah, of course. We've got to video game this up a little bit. If we hit select, we can go through some different missiles here. Let's fire the sea dart. It's a hit. Uh-oh. Okay, you missed completely. But I guess I only get one of those sea darts, right? So, does the picture that it shows me correspond to... Okay, no, like... Okay, so we sunk the cruiser, but do they all look like that? Do we know what ship we're attacking when we first start attacking it? Because that would be sort of a weird bit of information to give. Let's go over here and... Okay, no, it always looks like the same boat. Okay. Like I say, like, that's a key bit of the... This music is, like, this is killing me. Oop, well, okay, whatever. I meant to change to one of the... Oh. Okay. Let's drop that in here. Okay. I got one. All I need is one. Did you really just shoot all the way around my... I'll take it, man. I guess this is the first stage. It did say stage 1, right? So the implication is that it's going to get harder. I'm gonna say, surely you're not going to miss with that. Haha. You got tricked, stupid. I sunk your battleship. So we got the 5 and the 4, but there's still a 3 and a 2 out there, right? So... All right, it's all data, baby. Ah, frigate. All right. I think you laid it that way. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so there's just a 3. A 3 is all that's left. So let's try here, because that'll eliminate 2 possible positions. Yeah, whatever. You sunk my battleship. Do 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 do. Nope, not there. How about here? Nope. No more special shots left, right? Ooh. We get a buzzer that's almost like the unlicensed game ping there. So that'll cut off that way and that way, potentially. Let's try it. Let's try there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nope, not there. Ah! How about here? There we go. Now we're in business. Do we think the computer stacked 2 of them right next to each other, or is there a 1 space gap? My cruiser! I love to go cruising! $9,946. That's battle 1-1. I feel like you got to use these special shots like right off the bat, right? Because you're hunting. I mean, what better way to start covering terrain than to just like lead with those? Because they're all spread out in such a way that like they're not going to kill a ship. Like maybe these ones would if you were like, oh god, you know, he's 1 hit away from winning, I'm 2 hits away from winning, and I know it's these 2 spaces. Like if you managed to save this one, you could go bop bop. But like, I don't know. Dude, I don't want to do this again. Oh, the ships have the special shots, so if you lose a ship, you'd lose the shot? Okay, that's... I mean, that's interesting, I guess. I don't know. Oh, one more reason to use them all super early, I guess. Because if you waited and then one of your ships got hit and you were like, oh my god, I need to use that ship's shot immediately, that would give the other player the information of like, here's the ship you're shooting so you know how long it is and all that other stuff, right? You would never want to do that. Not that the AI of this game is going to necessarily pick up on that, I guess, but maybe it would. Ah, we got 2 ships there. I mean, it's a good thing this has some passwords. Okay. Yeah, fine. You sunk my battleship. It's fun to say every time. I'll give it that. I'll give it that. What does this have in terms of options? Ah, you found it. Okay, so if I can look at my grid if I want to. We can hit the start button to go up there. What is the... yeah, but what... I don't think this game has 2-player, does it? It does not. It does not. You could do an honor system style. I mean, you know, like a 2-player version of this would be stupid, right? Because you'd be like, okay, now look away from the screen while the other ships are placed. And, you know, like you'd have to, you wouldn't be able to watch any part of the other player's turn. I don't know, man. Battleship. Pretty bare bones. Pretty bare bones. Functional, but like, why would you... You have to be a pretty lonely kid. You know, it's the thing, being an only child. It was this cruel thing that I don't really know why. They just never thought about it. But every year, every birthday, Christmas, any kind of gift-giving sort of thing, there would always be, and it wasn't like the same relative, it wasn't like, like a constant thing, but I got an inordinate number of board games given to me growing up. And I never had anyone to play them. I'd have to like rope my parents in to play this shit with me, and play some Battleship with Dad, and he's like, okay, cool, yeah, just got home from work, leave me alone. And so there was just, I don't know, but I always just had a lot of fucking board games, and I still have. I just saved it from, I was going to throw it away because the box was falling apart, but I have like it's older than I am. It's some kind of 70s or 60s era Battleship. That the cardboard, the box was falling apart, but the two plastic, places where you play Battleship were still good. So I saved all that stuff out and set them aside. But like, so I would inherit some of these games in some weird way, like, oh yeah, I don't know, the kids don't play these, so here, you can have it. And so I would end up with stuff like that way. But like I would get them as gifts and stuff. I always wanted electronic Battleship because the commercials looked so sick. And also, I don't know for sure, but you can play one-player Battleship with electronic Battleship, right? You can, it'll do that, won't it? But I've never even seen electronic Battleship outside of the commercial for that they showed. But I never ever had it. But yeah, it's I never had anyone to play with, and so it was this really, like, I'd get these gifts, and sometimes I'd be really excited. Oh, this game looks really cool, and this, like the reality of it is like, when am I ever going to be able to fucking play this? I had some relatives who had a bunch of board games, and when I was there, I would play the games with them, but like, it was just kind of, I don't know, it was kind of pointless. Battleship for the NES, also kind of pointless. About what you would expect. I like the idea of the like bonus shots or whatever, the kind of extra shooting that you could do. That'd be like a fun house rule to bring to your real life Battleship game, I guess. But like, it's no Tiger Heli, it's no G.I. Joe, a real American hero. You'd be better off with Battletoads. Single player Battleship, 40 levels against the AI. Like, who wants to fucking do that, dude? That's crazy. Silent Service is a better game. Like, even if the execution here is okay, like, there are aspects of this that's just like, dude, why would you fucking do this? And so it's like, it's no Platoon. Like, it's low on the list for like different reasons, right? It's executed reasonably well, but that doesn't magically make it a good game. Like, it's no Ikari 3 The Rescue. This would be a sad video game to get. This video game would make me sad to have. Probably better as a Game Boy game. Yeah, sure. I guess. With no sleep mode on a Game Boy and the way that thing went through batteries, like, like the idea of like, I'm going to have a game of Battleship going and then I'll put it down and pick it back up or whatever. They put this out on Game Gear. Yeah, same deal. The Game Gear was not easy on batteries. You'd be able to finish a level and write down the password and whatever else, but like, Action 52 is a better game. It's got 52 games in it. Chiller is better. Tag and Dragon's more fun. Dare I say it, you'd be better off with a copy of Athena, but we're kind of right in here. It's better than Barbie. It's worse than Muppet Adventure Chaos at the Carnival. It's our new number. So because we didn't paste the list down here, I think by the time this is done, this will end up being our new number 629. But let's go. I'll just put it above Barbie. Yes, it'll be our new number 629. And there you have it. Battleship. I love the idea of Battleship. I still do. I should find those. Like, I bet. I don't know if she would dig it. My daughter, my 6-year-old, I bet she would be plenty ready to play a game of Battleship. My 4-year-old, he would probably not have the patience to finish a game of Battleship. There you have it. It's our new number 629. 674 games on the list. We've got a couple on the list that we didn't get to this time around. Namely, Legends of the Diamond. And then Davis requested the Moffat Conspiracy a little bit ago, so that's still on the list. That'll probably take some time. Maybe we'll throw that on the list for next week. Or both of those on the list for next week. We'll see how it goes. Head over to 8bitnintendo.science if you want to see the full list. That's the number 8. And it's got handy links to every one of the episodes, time-stamped with each individual game. If you want to see how a game got where it got, that you can do that through the power of 8bitnintendo.science. It's crazy. I had nothing to do with putting it together. It's incredible. And of course, if you want to suggest a game, get over to jeff.zone, check out the Patreon. You get an ad-free version of the podcast. You get a weekly bonus podcast, all that cool stuff. Do go check that out. Thanks everybody for your support over there as well. It means a lot, baby. Be back next week with another batch of stuff, podcast, all that type business. We'll rank some more games. Hang in there. And I'll see you soon.